Hello, everybody. My name is Victor Alvarez, and right now, overall, what we have right now is just a tornado warning. A tornado warning now for Creek County. This could be a significant. We right now have significant velocities, so this could be a tornado on the ground. Noah, can you put velocities on that? Again, we have that tornado warning, which includes Creek County. We also have cities like Mound, Slick, Kiefer, Bristol, and Kellyville included in this. So if you are in any of those areas, you need to be taking your tornado safety precautions. Noah, yeah, as you can see there, we have pretty significant. We have a indication of a pretty significant. Can you zoom in closer to that? Yeah, that's indicative of a tornado. That's definitely a tornado on the ground, I would say. So again, if you live in Bristol, if you are on the highway, you need to find a safe place to be. This thing has number one, very large hail, so that could damage your car, and we also have the tornado. So it's not, it has yet to be reported, but this is definitely a tornado indicated by radar. Um, I think that's about it. We also have the Noah. What is? Let me see. Uh, yeah. All right. So again, areas like Kellyville, Kiefer, Mounds, you need to be in your safe place. What direction is this headed, Noah?
I think this is moving. If I can let's see, if we can zoom out a little bit. Let's try this. And there's the latest scan. This is moving. If I can click on this warning, moving east at 20.
East of.
So, so putting. Let's see if we can find the spot where the tightest rotation's at. Right, man, really, right over Bristow. You need to be taking your tornado precautions. If we can put a track on this, I know the live scan's coming around. Um,
Hey, can I say something right quick?
Go ahead.
This tornado is going to be probably more likely, and this is a pretty more likelihood this thing is going to be wrapped in rain, and it's along a highway. This is not good.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can switch. I'm actually quit being loud. Hey Elijah, or actually Victor, you want to do this real quick?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I'll take over. All right. Again, we have a potential tornado, and it could be rain wrapped, and it is heading towards the highway. So if you are on the highway, you need to be taking cover. Again, other cities like Bristol, this is probably right on top of you. So areas like Bristol, Kellyville, Mounds, you are under the tornado warning. So any areas around there, interior room, closet, bathroom, lowest floor, wherever you can, just not in a car or in a mobile home. Again, we have this tornado warning. How have the velocities been going, Noah? What I'm seeing here is that velocities have been consistent. Uh, yeah, again. Also, areas around there, Drumright, Shamrock, areas like that, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning with mainly a threat for hail and maybe some damaging winds. Can you zoom into that? Zoom in. Yeah, that's you could see somewhat of a hook right there, just north of Bristol by around a couple miles. I would say two or three. Again, this is heading to the east southeast, so areas like Slick, um, further south, which is not included in the warning due to county problems, but areas like Beggs, you need to be thinking about where you are going to go. But overall, for right now, Bristol, you need to
Victor,
be taking cover. Yes,
I would like to say this. This thing is right on top of the city of IXL.
I excel. Are you sure? Oh yeah,
It's
you're
really
right.
small.
You're
It's
right.
only a population of it's really small. Like only 100 people probably at the most.
Yeah, you are right. Um, Again, this does look to the rotation does look to be weakening just a little bit, but it is still significant, and there is potential for a rain-wrapped tornado on the ground just north of Bristow and right over IXL. Noah, has there been any new? Have you heard anything in terms of it being on the ground? Any reports or anything?
No, I haven't heard any reports, but I do want to switch over if I can.
All right, yeah, switch over.
Let me switch to the other radar system, the other version of Guardian. And there you, I mean, there you see it. I mean, if there's any tornado, it's going to be
Finally,
literally
yes,
just
that's
north out, and they just issued another tornado warning. This one's going to be for southeastern Creek County till 6:15, and they're mentioned the low level, really strong low level rotation that could be producing this tornado. And like Elijah said, you aren't gonna be able to see this tornado. I mean, you see when you look at the velocity, you look at that and you see, oh well, there's a tornado where the bright oranges and the reds and the greens all come together. But looking at it from a reflectivity or how heavy the rain is, that's not very visible to somebody who lives in Bristow. They're not going to see this thing coming. If you live in Bristow, even as far south as Depew, you need to be in your safe spot. And I know Bristow, this literally is heading right for you. Let's see. We can get streets on here. If you live between, actually, we may go further north first. So this is a long street name, South 433rd and West Avenue. Between there and 201st. Let's see, what is this one? This one's going to be, well, and there's the latest scan, and it looks like Victor, what are your thoughts? That looks like it's probably intensifying a little bit.
no, yes, that's definite indication that it has intensified. And again,
Was
we
that
have a
red?
new warning. It now includes more of Creek County, so farther southeast parts of the county. You are now under a tornado warning. Is there anything you need to say, Elijah?
I was just asking, was that red line? What's it called? Interstate 44, but I see that's farther south. It's farther south than that. But I would say that signature. Wow, folks, that could be that could be the strongest tornado of the day so far. Looking at
Yeah,
that,
that's wow.
very.
Noah, would it be possible for you to switch to the local Tulsa radar?
What radar are you using? Are you using?
This is Tulsa. This is
That's
KINX.
Tulsa.
Yeah, I was gonna switch over to. I mean, actually, let me try this real quick. While you are talking, I'm gonna switch over to TLX in the other mode of Guardian real quick. But you guys keep going.
All right. Yeah. Again, Bristow, Slick, you all need to be taking your tornado precautions, even as far southwest as Depew, any area down there, you need to be taking your tornado precautions, especially Bristow and the highway. If you are on the highway, you need to get off. This is going to cross right over you, and you do not want to be inside of your car when this passes over. It looks like we are getting a stronger rotation. It's definitely getting a bit more profound and intense. So again, Bristow, interior room, closet, lowest floor. No, do not be in a mobile home. No mobile home, no car, nothing like that. Noah, have you seen any debris ball or anything with this? Or, I mean, has there been any sort of indication that there is a tornado on the ground?
I haven't seen anything yet about a confirmed tornado, but Elijah, I know we were talking about this earlier. Look at this. I haven't seen a normalized rotation signature like this since a couple of the outbreaks we had back in 2013. How does that look to you?
Folks, this could be a big time tornado if things are not changing. You folks in Bristow down to Slick. Is that Interstate 44? That might be Interstate 44. You folks that are on Interstate 44,
Yeah, that's the Turner Turnpike.
oh God, people on the folks, listen to me. If you are on the Turnpike, you're heading toward Bristow, get off that sucker in Bristow or in Slick. One of the two. Or Kelly, which one? Which one's closer to the
Probably
Turnpike?
Bristow. Probably Bristow. Bristow. If
If
you're
you're heading, don't head. If you're in Tulsa, you're thinking about heading to Oklahoma City, don't do it. If you're in Oklahoma City thinking about going to Tulsa, don't do it. If you're along the Turnpike, stop in the Pew. If you're in Bristow, you're getting ready to head out, don't get on that sucker. Stay sheltered. Go to the interior part of your home. Go if you're on the road. Go to a gas station, a restaurant, convenience store. Uh, Again, this looks like a very serious tornado. This could be a significant tornado. Uh, Folks, I haven't seen stuff like this since we since the big Wynnewood tornado. This looks just like it. And I'm not saying this is a mile wide EF4 tornado. I'm not saying that. This tornado, it easily could ride that. We're not gonna speculate on that. This is a very dangerous situation. You folks in Bristow, take cover now. Okay, this is serious, serious. This is as serious as it can get. If you're in Bristow, if you're in Slick, if you're in the Pew, if you're in Beggs, as far south as Beggs, I know Beggs very well. Uh, if you are familiar with Beggs, you lived there a long time, you would know where the old Church of God, which is purchased with his own blood. I forgot what temple that was. That's my church. That was one of the temples of my church. It's going to sit literally right off the interstate. You folks in those areas, circulation might be trying to broaden out a little bit. That doesn't matter. This thing still looks like a large, violent tornado.
Yeah, what he just said is 100% correct. This thing does look like it is showing signs to be a large tornado. But yeah, as of yet, we have not gotten any reports of a confirmed tornado. It is currently still a radar indicated tornado, which means that it is indicated by velocities, not people seeing the actual tornado. But again, it doesn't matter. It is potentially rain wrapped and people cannot see it. So if you live in Bristol, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. You need to be in a basement, in your cellar. You need to be middle part of your house, lowest floor. And if you are on the road, get off of your car. And if you're in an area that is isolated, you need to find a ditch. And if you are in a city or something, just find a convenience store, as Elijah mentioned, and take cover there. They did cancel one of the tornado warnings, which I think included DPU or Kellyville, areas like that. You are no longer under a tornado warning. You are under no warning as of now. Can you zoom in closer to the velocities, Noah? It has weakened a little bit. I have noticed that the velocities have weakened. Yeah, that's definitely impressive as it was just a while ago.
Hey
But
Noah,
still,
punch the normalized rotation and see what you see, because it's only if it's still red and yellow, or is it coming down to yellow and green? Okay, wow, that circulation still looks strong. Okay. Okay, so you folks in Bristow, safest place you know. We're talking about your interior closet. If you're in a mobile home, folks, get out of it. Okay? Too many people in this state have died because they're in a mobile home because they don't listen to the warnings. They need a warning siren to let them know. No, you don't. Okay? And I have a bad feeling this thing is right on top of Interstate 44. Okay? And we're the signature we're looking at here could be, something of, quite proportions here. Has it weakened
real
somewhat?
quick,
Yeah.
real quick. I did just want to point, like you were just getting ready probably to say, point out the rotation has come down quite a bit in the past couple of scans. It's not quite as intense as it was. If we go back, let's see, about to right here during these couple of scans, the rotation was fairly intense. And I think what we may be running into, the same way with the issue with the Stillwater storm earlier, is this rain that's developing near Mounds and north of Beggs. All these little showers and maybe a few lightning bolts and a couple of thunder thunderclaps, you may be having some of these storms interrupt the flow going into this storm, which uh, probably is going to affect whether or not there is a tornado or not.
And I will say this also, like I said, storms don't like cold rain. They like warm rain. And what I mean by that is that they don't like to be, in this bunch of it's like a 30-degree rain, and they're like, ew. Storms like they want to breathe and they want to strive and they want to feel nice. And that's what's happening is that it's getting caught up in cold rain. They need warm rain to breathe. And so if they want to be rain wrapped, they have to have warm rain to breathe. So, and like we mentioned, the next thing we gotta watch thing now is we have to watch for a we have to watch for a well, two things we gotta watch for. One, we have to watch for a new mesocyclone and a new hook, because the old mesocyclone is getting caught up in the rain. Okay, hopefully short term that will help the tornado. That will help kill this tornado off. Literally, it's only about maybe 2 or 3 miles to the south of Interstate 44, which is the current turnpike. Right now, probably in the vicinity of Bristol proper. But another thing we got to watch for, and I know you guys are probably going to disagree with me on this, but if storms do make it as far east as Canadian County and Oklahoma County, and they can continue to move east, we're going to run into an issue of two things: boundaries or dead pool air. What dead pool air is where the air has been touched is kind of gross, and storms don't like to breathe that. We've had a lot of that so far now up in north central Oklahoma. So if you're in Stillwater, I would pretty much say your severe weather threat is probably over, unless some type of ungodly beast of a storm system brings your moisture right back up after that. I think you're done for the day. Noah, let me ask you this question: is it me? Zoom in. There might be a new hook developing. I feel like that's a new hook developing. Yeah, I can't. I lost your screen share, which is it's probably on my end because I'm having connection issues myself. Here, but Victor, I'm going to turn it back over to you for a second here. Let you continue to talk here. But again, yeah, there's a new hook. Punch velocities. Before I shut up here, punch velocities. Yep, you got a new mesocyclone. There's the old mesocyclone back there weakening. This is exactly what I was just talking about, folks. Your new mesocyclone is about to start up, and it's going to ramp up, and it's going to ramp up fast. There's the old tornado where the green dot is. That's the old tornado. That new little blue dot all by itself, right down to the south, just to the right of that green dot. That's going to be the new tornado. And if things don't change, folks, this is going to be heading directly for. What were the cities involved in this? I cannot think right now. Briggs. Okay. But you folks are getting Slick and Biggs. This is a perk up because this thing, we have an old mesocyclone and now we have a new mesocyclone, and the new mesocyclone is spinning up. It is spinning up fast. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, it just spun up in one volume scan. So you folks in Slick and Biggs, perk up. Victor and Noah, one of you guys can take it back over here. I just want to point that out also.
All right, yeah, what he's saying is correct. It looks like we have another mesocyclone developing just northwest of Slick. Noah, can you put velocities on that again? Because I think he is correct. Can you push it a little bit farther north? I cannot see the actual mesocyclone itself. It doesn't look as impressive, I will say that. The northern one still does look to have a little bit of a more impressive view, but so far this does not look. And actually, yep, they canceled the tornado warning. Apparently, is that correct, Noah? Yeah.
I think you're right.
I think they canceled the tornado.
Yep,
tornado warning has been canceled. So Slick, Bristol, DPU, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning has been canceled, or it is being reissued. But right now it appears that it has been canceled. So right now the main threats: large hail, damaging winds. Can you put hail sizes on that?
Hey, I want to hold. Can we hold it here for about another 5 to 10 minutes? I have a feeling they're gonna. I have a very funny feeling they're gonna bring that sucker on that tornado warning back again because that's a very very strong, impressive signature right there. Uh,
I I I,
and
I
it's
think.
wrapping up.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. Like it's wrapping up. It's moving. It's turned right.
I think you're right. I think if we let's see, I'm not you. We're not. I don't think we're gonna switch back radar sites. I don't think. Real quick, just to let everybody know that's um, out and about. If you're doing so, I guess today, um, there are a few more storms back west. One just south of Orlando, literally. Well, actually, I'm just on the southern half of Mulhall, northwest of Langston. You got a couple of showers west of Kearney, over Kearney, Eastern Meridian, near Perkins and Trine and Agra, and then you have a few couple more intense storms over Chandler, little bit north of Sparks, near Stroud, just half the heavy rain to Pew. You're probably actually getting some hail if you live northeast of Bristow, because we have some pretty high uh, hail
Noah,
measurements. Go ahead.
they did not reissue the tornado warning. Instead, they issued a severe thunderstorm warning. So now this new severe thunderstorm warning includes Okmulgee, Creek, and South Central Tulsa County. So if you live near Tulsa, you need to be watching out for heavy rain, some hail. But overall, most of the cities that are included, Kellyville, Sapulpa, Glenpool, Liberty, Preston, areas like that, just watch out for some large hail, maybe some damaging winds. But again, can you put hail sizes on that? I didn't get a good look at it.
Hey, hey, and let me say this too. If you know, no matter what, this storm still looks very impressive still as we speak right now. If I lived in mounds, if I lived in Beggs, you know, I would be in the center part of my home. I would be in the center part of my home. Don't take the full tornado precautions, but just go to the center part of my home. Because this thing could just tighten right back up here. We'll be right back at square one with this tornado warning. But again, I'm gonna turn it back over to you two, and you two make the decision on what you want to do.
Yeah, no, is that hail sizes or is that rotation?
This is. I think this. Yeah, this is just hail. This. That's velocity. Oops, that's the wrong button. This is the vertically integrated liquid. So this basically shows you how or where the highest levels of. I'm guessing that what this is basically depicting is where rain is being carried up the highest in the storms and freezing and falling back as hail. So wherever you see these brighter colors, like south of Kellyville, these are where you're going to have the larger hailstones. And so looking at the radar estimated hail sizes right now, we're about 1.25 inches. So we're not at extremely massive hail size. We're about golf balls is what we're at now. But
I'd
that
say
could
quarters to golf balls around there. It's a good estimate.
right. But either way, if you live northwest of Volkmolg, near Beggs, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit closer in here. Preston, Winchester, you just want to be alert because you never want to get caught off guard with any of these storms. It's not always fun.
Yeah,
Um,
also, Noah, before we end this, there is now a new severe thunderstorm warning for the Panhandle. Beaver County, and yeah, right over there. We have it. We're not. Oh, okay. So we will also be focusing in western Oklahoma later on this afternoon for the possibility of tornadoes. Eastern Oklahoma and western Oklahoma. Western Oklahoma is in a tornado watch, while eastern Oklahoma is in a severe thunderstorm watch. So
yeah, that's
another area of concern will be western Oklahoma. Yeah,
yeah,
go Noah.
that was one of the other things I was getting ready to mention. Um, today it's not. It is kind of similar to yesterday. If you live in eastern Oklahoma, you can just expect kind of just some not run-of-the-mill storms, but you're not going to be having large tornadoes. You're not going to be having large tornadoes and um, constant tornado warnings like you could be out in western Oklahoma this evening. But for right now, western Oklahoma, you're under tornado watch. As a matter of fact, I think if we can, let me take off radar data for just a second and take off the warnings just to show um, where these watches and warnings, or not the warnings, but just where the watches are. The watch goes in effect until midnight, I believe. Is that correct? Is that right? Isn't that right, Victor?
Yes, it's correct, until midnight.
Okay. So yeah, here's the tornado watch. This goes till midnight. So if you live near Elk City, in between Elk City, Sayre, on the west side of Hammond, Cheyenne, Arnett, Woodward, Visay, Laverne, Freedom, Buffalo, Alva, a couple of the cities out in the Panhandle, Diamond and Beaver. Just keep an eye out for the storms that are possible this evening. And if you live in the eastern part of the state, I think the majority of the storms will maybe stay east of Guthrie and Coyle and Mulhall, unless we get significant development back west, which isn't super likely. The metro itself isn't included in any watches as of now. That could change. But if you live in Chandler, Prague, Shawnee, off to the east, Wetumpka, Henrietta, Shakota, Longtown, McAllister, you guys just keep an eye out for any storms that come your way. If we can do one last check radar wise to see what all these storms are doing. I do want to go up here to talk about this one for just a minute. I know it's not super severe, but it is still in Oklahoma. I guess they're going to calling this one for ping pong ball sized hail moving northeast at 25. So if you live east of Hooker, Tyrone, Oregon, you guys all need to be just have a plan in case of an isolated spin up tornado, because these storms they're still strengthening, but they're not really weakening either. So if you live in like we just said, the place we just mentioned, just be prepared for large hail mainly, and these storms will probably move out of Oklahoma before they try to produce any tornadoes, so that won't be a really big worry. But that's just one thing you might want to keep an eye on. If we can switch back over to the other radar, let's see if this is working. Yeah, if we can go over to Victor, are you seeing this?
I think I am. Yeah. What are you talking about, the Tulsa storm? Because I think I am seeing some.
Yeah, that one. I mean, heavy rain is probably gonna be the biggest threat. If we look at
Hail sizes also look to have come down just a little bit. It doesn't look like any major populated areas are going to be impacted by hail, but nonetheless, if you live near Kellyville, Mounds, Slick, Beggs, around there, just watch out for some very large hail. Tennis balls, golf balls, mainly quarters. You'll mainly see quarters, but nonetheless, just stay aware. And that's about it. No tornado warnings yet. And I guess that's a good place to end. We'll be back here soon, mainly for western Oklahoma, once we start getting the inflow of tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. So
real quick, I did just want to put a track on this. Let's see, where do they have this in southeast at 25? Is that what they said?
yes.
Okay. So let's see, man, that's a long list of cities. If you live in Mounds, probably 603 by Mounds, Glenpool at 605, Beggs 618. This is moving slow enough and it's big enough to where it may look like it's going really fast to impact all these cities within a short amount of time, but it's just because the storm is fairly large. Big City by 620, you'll be on the northern edge of the storm. You won't probably get the big hail or anything like that. And then Morris by 654 and Haskell by 655. But like Victor said, if anything else develops, we'll be sure to keep you alert and keep you ahead of the storms and make sure that everybody's aware of what's going on.